Right, welcome to day 9, the number one metric operators misunderstand. Actual versus theoretical, simplified. So first of all, for the last 8 days, you've done a lot of work. You set a 2026 profit baseline, you found COGS and variance leaks, you walked the floor and saw real-world inventory issues, installed basic SOPs, saw what ignoring this will cost you in 2026. Today is where all of that connects into one number that answers, is any of this actually working? The number is actual versus theoretical. You probably heard that before and wondered what it is. Maybe you have an idea of what it is, but let's actually jump into it. So part 1, what does theoretical mean? Well, theoretical COGS is what your cost should be if every recipe, portion, and price were followed perfectly. No waste, no overpouring, no free drinks that never got rung in, no bad counts or missing invoices. It's the ideal world your recipes and systems describe. The way I like to frame it is, imagine if your staff were robots and every single recipe that is written into Whisk or an Excel spreadsheet was done perfectly, was poured perfectly, was prepared perfectly, and there was zero waste. So the theoretical is a great number to strive towards because it's, in theory, this is what it should be if everything was executed to perfection. So now let's jump into the actual. Actual COGS, cost of goods sold, is what your cost really is when the period is over. So this is pulled from your real purchases, your inventory counts, etc. Really, it's the beginning inventory plus your purchases minus your ending inventory. And it'll include things like waste, spoilage, overportioning, theft, comms, discounts, bad data like missing invoices. And actual, as it says in the word, is reality. So this is why we want to compare the two. If actual is the reality and theoretical is an imaginary perfect world, you want to compare those numbers. And the closer your actual is to your theoretical, the better you're doing. Okay? So that's also known as the gap. Some people call it variance. So when we say actual versus theoretical, what we care about is that gap between the two. Some people call it the variance. So if it's a small gap, it means that systems and people are tight. If it's a big gap, it means that money is leaking between how it should work and how it's really working. Everything you've done over the last 8 days is about shrinking that gap. Day 3 leaks and day 4 workflows live in this gap. Day 5 SOPs and day 7 automation are how you close it. Day 8, menu work makes sure that the revenue side matches the real costs. But let's walk through a simple example. Theoretical cost of goods, 30%, right? Perfect world. Your actual cost of goods sold is 35%. What's the gap? 5 percentage points. So if you are making $500K per month in sales, 5% of $500K is $25,000 per month. So that's $300,000 a year in variance. And that $300,000, it's not just math. It's overportioning, it's waste, it's theft, it could be missed invoices or broken workflows, but it's a really important number, and that's what we're fighting. Why operators misunderstand it? Well, most operators have heard the phrase actual versus theoretical, but it's explained in super technical language. Reports are delayed or hard to read. No one links it to daily behavior. So it becomes a number people see and ignore. And a lot of the times, it just takes too long, right? By the time you're already in your next month, you're getting the numbers from the previous month, and it's hard to drill down and figure out what went wrong. So you're kind of in, hey, I'm already in next month mode, forget about last month. And this is kind of a repeated pattern that happens month over month. And before you know it, another full year passed by in your restaurant or bar. So in reality, it should be one of your core scoreboards. So how do you actually use this in 2026? Well, here's how to make it useful. Get the number, use your existing tools, accountant, or platform to pull that actual risk theoretical, even if it's rough. Watch the trend. Is the variance gap getting bigger and bigger or smaller over time? Tie it to your changes. When you roll out new SOPs, automation, menu changes, does the gap tighten? Assigning ownership, that's a really important one, because one person owns bringing this number to you weekly, monthly, and explaining any big changes, right? So the key here is you're not really aiming for perfection. You're aiming for that consistent improvement. So theoretical, what it should cost, actual, what did it cost, the gap, where your money is leaking. So that's the number one thing that will tell you if your 12-day transformation is working. So tomorrow on day 10, we'll make this number more reliable by preparing your books and inventory for 2026 so your scoreboard is clean. Watch this with your key managers and decide who will own this number for us in 2026. If you want to learn more about Whisk, head to whisk.ai and book a demo.